following is a production of White Lightning Entertainment. This is Burning Rubber Radio.
Larson can't hold that front spot. They come to the line. Cindric is the stage winner.
The record
Trouble
here,
turn
guys.
3. It's Bubba Wallace and Eric Jones.
Oh my goodness.
That's exactly what happened. You couldn't do that. They were single file.
Off turn 4 for the final time. Oh, the block, and around goes the 34. And Reddick steals one.
That was almost exactly how Brad won this race, his first race. Huge wreck here, guys.
Oh my God! Great work, guys! Woo!
Burning Rubber Radio is brought to you by Drive Refine. It's more than driver coaching. It's Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com to get signed up today. Now from the White Lightning Entertainment Studios in Statesville, North Carolina, here's your host, Andy DeLay.
Burning rubber, baby. Kenny Wallace says it all because we are the fastest 60 minutes in motorsports, Burning Rubber Radio. I'm your host, Andy DeLay, sitting alongside my two cohorts over there, I guess, if you're watching on YouTube and everything. The NASCAR chef, John Dix. Man, I'm already hungry, John.
Yeah, I tell you what, Andy, we have a good recipe, and we're going to share it with Big Wayne since he's got us going today.
Good enough.
I was going to say the recipe. I saw it earlier, and I fear for the noises that Andrew is going to make later.
You know me, man. I'm always nice and happy and gassy here. Yeah, you know.
Wait.
Gotta get going somehow.
Wait a minute. Now there's happy and gassy, and then there's
That too.
Come on, Wayne, that don't never happen. What are you talking about?
he
Never
has a case of the grandpa walking farts, and he's not even a grandpa yet.
We know what really happens. Anyway.
Oh my God! Damn, that duck's back.
The duck's back again, everyone.
Hey,
Lord.
Quacker, did you forget that you're boiled?
Oh. He said, "Oh, that was a middle finger." Anyway.
Jesus Christ. Let's get on with the show, shall we?
Oh, my Lord. Anyway, folks, thanks for tuning in today. Oh, my gosh. I want to thank everyone for watching or listening or however you're joining us on Burning Rubber Radio. Got a great show, like always, lined up for you here. We have an awesome new driver that was referred to us by one of the Alabama gang. Yeah, by Red Farmer and Landon DeVaugh.
Ooh.
Am I correct with that one? Yep. Everyone says I do not pronounce names right.
I mean, you butcher names all the time, but in worst case scenarios, we forgive you. So,
yeah, that's right.
Mike Dowling and Red Farmer have been watching him. You know, remember Mike was on our show. He's Red's crew chief on dirt tracks, and Mike called me up and said, "Man, you got to get this guy on the show." So we got him today, guys. We're excited.
Yeah, I was looking at some of the neat stuff on YouTube that he has. This kid is awesome. And I think you're going to see him in a truck in the NASCAR circles sooner than later. I can't wait to ask him about that kind of stuff. Anyway, so we got Landon coming up, and that's going to be cool. Of course, this past week, but the NASCAR Cup and Xfinity Series raced at the Dover Mile, the Monster Mile, baby. And out of everything, you're like, oh, yeah, Denny Hamlin. Nah, I could care less. Carson Voppel. Quapple. Whatever, man.
Jesus. I swear, one of these days, I'm going to call Travis, and I'm going to be like, you need to come hear how this dude is pronouncing your name so you can come smack him upside the back of the head.
Quapple, right?
Quapple.
Wah.
Think of Wawa. Think of the gas station. Quapple.
Okay. Thank you. So I've been schooled today on the show. Anyway.
For about the 20th time on his name. Good Lord.
Oh, whatever. We go out there and he goes out there and flat kicks butt in Junior's number 88 again at Dover for another top 10. Man, the guy, I'm excited about Carson. We need to pull him in back over here. John, please schedule him for the show again, man.
Well, that and I was talking with one of our good buddies, Keith Wolf, and Keith is wanting to see about coming back on the show too here very soon.
Oh, good, man. He was had a lot of neat stuff that he was doing on social media this weekend.
Yeah, he was talking about getting us involved with Tommy Joe Martins too. So
that'd be nice.
Might be some stuff there. But real quickly here, folks, before we get into the meat and potatoes of this week's show, we need to tell you who we're brought by, and that being one in Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com for not just driver coaching, it is Drive Refine.
Drive Refine.
And again, it is a way for you and your crew chief to have a better communication platform so that you can not only race more effectively, but work on the car far more effectively as well. Visit iRacing.com as well for the world's premier online motorsports simulation. iRacing.com, iRacing.com, iRacing.com. That's all I got to say. iRacing.com. And then, of course, MyPillow. Go over to mypillow.com/BRR and use the promo code BRR at checkout for getting your order shipped for free.
Yeah, it's for free.
And I swear I need to go find one. I need the thing I'm looking for, and I've been trying to find it. You remember the old Adam Sandler sound effect where he's like, for free?
Can't say I have, but I can imagine it.
Oh, yeah. Trust me, it's Adam Sandler. It's comedy gold, but either way. With that said here, folks, though, we do need to step aside. We've got to take that first foreign fuel of the show. And when we come back, we've got a whole bunch of goodness for you, including news of the week.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others, we heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
we can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
Help every child we can.
Because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
then there's still work to do.
Because their future
is our future.
And there's still so much they can teach us.
Burning Rubber is social. Follow us on Instagram at Instagram.com/Burning Rubber Radio. Now back to more Burning Rubber.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It's producer Wayne along with the NASCAR chef John Dix, Andrew DeLay.
Oh boy.
Man, I'll tell you what, we have got some news of the week to hit on this week, and
as long as Wayne's not box-sided, we're good.
Yeah, he was box-sided here just a second ago.
Oh, good, folks! If you're wondering what we're talking about here, off the air, the in between during the commercials here, for whatever reason, the Gremlins decided to get a hold of me and pull me down, and yeah, we had a little fun during the commercial break.
It's all full of technical stuff. Right now on our headsets, Wayne is echoing like a.
Well, there we go. And the best part is, folks, it's literally the push of a button. But with that said here, so Andy, do you want to tell him, or do you want me to tell him about Denny Hamlin, for whatever reason, being happy at Dover yesterday, or this weekend?
Well, I guess because he won.
Yeah. I mean, it's I guess that would explain why 2311 Racing, when I passed by it on Sunday, when I passed by 2311 Racing's headquarters in Huntersville, North Carolina on Sunday, I happened to see that it was blue and white, I guess signifying victory instead of the crimson red that it normally is, meaning that Bubba Wallace usually wrecks out. But
he did wreck out. But anyway,
well, hey, you know what? Maybe that's why it was blue and white. I don't know.
I don't know. Right?
They're think about it. Blue being I'm sad. But
okay.
Either way, we're having fun with it here. So, Denny Hamlin gets the win this past weekend at Dover International Raceway and the Monster Mile. And in rather interesting fashion too, he didn't seem to have much problem getting around there this past weekend.
No, he did it. It was a boring race, to be honest, but still, I thought Martin Truex Jr., his brother, won Saturday.
Yeah.
Second year in a row in the Xfinity race, and I'm thinking, oh man, Martin was running like a freaking like a tank. Madman up front, but nope, he still snake bit. Top 5 finish, but still, he just can't get that W, buddy.
Well, yeah, he can't seem to find the dub this year. But all things considered, though, a top 5, I'll give him credit for doing a lot better off this weekend. At least the snake bite didn't carry as much poison this week.
Yeah, true. So. And somebody that did rebound, Kyle Larson, I was saying that in all of our stuff on social media and everything. I said that Kyle Larson's last 2 21st place finishes, were of no fault of his own.
Right.
This weekend, Kyle Larson rebounds, comes back, and is in the top 5. So it's another good week for Hendrick Motorsports, except for Willie B, who got wasted and crashed and wrecked.
You know what's funny is too, and I heard something about that too on social media. I was looking over on, God, where was it here? I think it was on. Was it on X that I saw it yesterday? That I guess Alex Bowman's crew chief was talking about. Oh, he's pissing and moaning about his teammate racing him for the win, and in reference to Alex Bowman. So so there was some interesting chatter there when it comes to the showman and Willie B this past weekend at Dover as well.
Yeah, I think it was his spotter that told him to shut that heck up and drive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Was that how he said it?
Actually, you know what? I'll tell you what. Just because I know we've got a minute or two here where we can do that. Yeah, here we go. This is from Kevin Hamlin. He's fucking whining about a teammate racing him for the win. Shut up and drive it. And this is Kevin Hamlin saying of his driver, Alex Bowman. So,
yeah, man, we're already starting off with those air wrenches.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We love the air wrenches on.
For all the folks out there on WTUC in Toccoa, Georgia, welcome, and sorry for the air wrenching. Same with WTHU up there in Thurmont, Maryland.
And Sunshine 96.7. So,
Andy, you said it was a boring race, but there was a lot of weird stuff happening. I mean, look at Stewart Haas. They had a good bad day. They had, Gregson ran pretty good, and then they had one car that caught on fire. So, Lord, they just had a weird day.
That they did indeed. And speaking of, actually, you know what? Fast forward and rewind all at the same time, Andy. So you know how you were talking about Kyle Larson, right?
Yeah.
So did you happen to see on Race Hub this past weekend what his car is going to be for the All-Star race?
Oh yeah, the Kellogg's looking car,
it's gonna
right?
be a Hendrick
Terry Labonte throwback.
Yep, he is going to be doing a Terry Labonte throwback using HendrickCars.com as a sponsor, but they designed it in the look of the Kellogg's car from the 1990s.
Yeah,
and even the fonts look the same.
You know who's going to be practicing and qualifying it too, don't you?
I do.
There's rumor that it's going to be Kevin Harvick.
It is going to be Kevin Harvick.
And the cool part is he's also going to be on standby for Larson too, just in case he's not able to make the race after running Indy.
Mm-hmm. And
because he's doing that double, the Indy 500 and the Coca-Cola 600, right?
Yeah, for the Coke race. Yeah,
he's going to be trying to do the 1,100-mile day.
And Boyer was giving Harvick a heck yesterday, or the other day, because he said last year, Larson had the pole, and he was giving Kevin heck. You better get it for him this year, because if he don't, it's on you. So.
Oh, man, it's always a good time when you got Boyer and Harvick going head-to-head with one another. They did it on the track, and now they get to do it in the broadcast booth, so it's a lot of fun. And speaking of some other milestones here to talk about, too, and further news of the week here, we'll have a lot more stuff to cover here later on in the show as well, too, is that this past weekend was the NHRA 4-Wide Nationals at ZMAX Dragway here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Concord, North Carolina, technically, but who's keeping track of where city limit lines are? Am I right? And and with that being the case here, John Force, Andy, our boy, set a brand new track record during qualifying this past weekend. 74 years old, and John Force held on tight with the where was the time at here? 3.82 seconds flat at 330 miles per hour.
Wow is exactly right. Just at 74. Okay, so he still has his reaction time down at that age and everything.
Yep.
If you don't love John Force, something's wrong with you, man.
Exactly. And a quote directly from John at the top end of the track after he had climbed out of the car during qualifying. I got a badass hot rod.
That's John.
And HendrickCars.com stepped up and sponsored him for that event.
He stepped up and sponsored him and sponsored Brittany, and so Brittany's doing a lot of stuff too with that for this time around. So that's some really good stuff to see her back in the car as well too, and Top Fuel. So
yes,
and but with that said, folks, man, we have covered a lot in a short amount of time. With that being the case, we're going to step aside. We're going to take that next four in fuel, and Andy. Who's our guest again this week?
Okay, why are you doing that to me, man? Landon DeVaugh. I'm gonna choke you, Wayne. I moved my sheet of paper out from in front of me.
Oh, see, now you see why I do this, guys. I love to torture the poor boy. And but either which way here, folks. John, you know who our guest is this week.
Yeah, Landon's coming on.
Yep, Landon's going to be on here with us here in just a couple of minutes, folks. We're going to step aside, take that next four in fuel, and when we come back, we're going to have our featured guest of the week on for everybody to enjoy. Again, folks, it is a young man, rookie driver. Look forward to a lot of fun stuff with this cat.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. And in our family, we're used to getting involved, and I encourage you to do the same, especially when it comes to caring for your loved ones. When I think about Alzheimer's and the impact it had on my family, I recognize that losing a race isn't such a bad day after all. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others,
We heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
We can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
help every child we can.
because all children deserve joy
and hope
and love.
And if one child is still in need,
then there's still work to do.
because their future
is our future.
and there's still so much they can teach us.
Visit us online at burningrubberradio.com for recipes from the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more great content.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click, 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 click. It's real easy, man.
Now back to more Burning Rubber Radio.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It's producer Wayne along with the NASCAR chef John Dix, Andrew DeLay. And of course that damn duck hiding around somewhere, but we won't go.
Yeah, it's under the table somewhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know where Quacker's hiding at. He's quiet, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah, thank God, man. That thing the last few days. Oh, I stepped on it. There it goes.
Lordy.
Andy, quit stepping on the duck, or I'm.
Oh, you know it.
Or otherwise, I'm gonna start stepping on toes, and you're gonna hear. Ah!
Yeah, really. I don't need any of that. The 250,000 pounds on my toes, squish it flat.
No, you the visual image I just had of that, it goes back to Spaceballs when Barf had his foot smashed by the big statue.
Okay.
If you say so, Wayne.
All right.
Trust me, I watch Spaceballs more often than these two clowns. So,
being that I've never seen it, and I know it's a Star Wars spoof.
Wait! You have never seen Spaceballs?
Never have, man. I know Rick Moranis is in it, right?
Okay, dude. The next time I come to Clearwater, we are gonna watch that.
All right.
Yeah,
Oh,
trust
Lord.
me, you will laugh your ass off.
All right.
And,
I need to laugh something off.
No comment to that. With that said, here, folks, we've got to get over to our featured guest of the week, and pro late model racer Landon DeVaugh. Landon, welcome to Burning Rubber Radio, sir.
How are you guys?
We are doing good. Now, please tell me, for all intents and purposes, you have at least seen Spaceballs.
I have not. Can't say I've ever even heard of it.
I swear I'm surrounded by comedically dry people here. Like, what is wrong? Like,
all right, man. He drives a race car, man. Let him do his thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's true here. So,
Landon, I tell you what, brother. Before the show, I was on YouTube and everything, watching you take hot laps out at Montgomery Speedway. Looks like you got things going for you, and you are having a good time behind the wheel.
Yes, sir. I am. Thankfully, I got a lot of good people around me to make all this possible. Sponsors and Augie Grill with Grand American Race Cars. He builds great cars, and fortunately, we've been able to step up our game this year, but we just haven't really had the best of luck so far.
That's all right. Luck comes and goes and everything. Of course, why you're here is you were referred to us by one of the Hall of Fame racers in NASCAR, of course. Red Farmer says that we had to get you on the show, that you were the guy to watch, man.
Really?
Yep.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
Red.
You come
Red's
highly
crew chief,
recommended.
Landon, Red's crew chief, Mike Dowling. He told me that he and Red been watching you and get you on the show, and man, we're glad to have you, brother.
Yeah, Mike Downing actually works on my crew. He comes and helps me when Red isn't racing.
There you go.
That may have helped get me in a little bit as well. So.
Well, the biggest thing here, Landon, and this just being 100% truthful here, the fact that you were referred to anybody, whether it be us, whether it be NASCAR, whether it be anybody, the fact that you were referred to us by a member of the Alabama gang, that carries weight, my friend.
Oh yeah,
that does. That definitely means a lot for sure.
And trust me, I mean, hey, being with the Fat Boys of Radio, we got enough weight to throw around anyway. So we'll give you some extra pounds to throw around with Red Farmer.
Oh my Lord!
So-
Well, tell us a little bit about what you're doing. I mean, where you're racing. Of course, super lates. We know that, and it's going to be in Alabama. And what your dreams are, man. You want to run in the trucks and Xfinity Cup? Where do you want to go? Tell us a little bit about things.
So I'm running kind of all over, really. We've looked at the whole car tour pro late model stuff. We're actually getting ready to go to Northrop for the All-Star Week and run the pro late model race there. And we kind of run at Pensacola, looking to run Nashville, Georgia, Montgomery, places like that down here, and potentially up there like Hickory.
Hickory's
as far
a great
as
track.
kind of what I'm hoping to run up there, the goal, I guess you could say, it's always been NASCAR since I was a kid, but kind of here recently, I've really just trying to take what I can get. The goal is, I'd really like to run trucks or Xfinity one day. I think that's really good, a good goal. But here recently, I've really just been focused on the pro late model stuff and potentially late model stock stuff, trying to keep the main eye on that for now, and potentially, hopefully, I get lucky enough to step up into a truck or an ARCA or an Xfinity car.
Well, and the fact that that's your goal and not necessarily always jumping straight into the Cup Series, honestly, it's a great goal to have, because as far as the Truck Series goes, you have got a lot of history in the Truck Series that honestly prefers to stay there. And realistically, it doesn't cost near as much to race in the Truck Series as it does Xfinity or Cup. And on top of that, again, you've got a lot of learning power in that series that have been there since inception, realistically. And
the Matt Craftons and those
exactly. Type guys. And I'm pretty sure the Onion still hangs around from time to time. And I mean, cry me a river, Onion. But either way, but the fact still resides is that the Truck Series, Andy said it, I've said it, John has said it. In our honest opinion, the Truck Series is where the racing is really at.
Yeah, best bang for your buck out there. But then again, also you got guys like Bubba Pollard, Steve Nasse, and all of them. And of course, I'm sure you race out there with those guys, man. Those guys seem to be doing good and making a living running super lates and stuff like that. So there's no problem staying with that either, Landon.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've accepted the fact that in case I don't ever get the chance to run trucks or Xfinity or ARCA or whatever it is, it's okay to run supers, because Bubba Pollard and Steven Nasse and Augie Grill, they've been doing this for 30 or more years.
That's right.
Very,
and
true.
then how long did it take Bubba Pollard to finally get his Xfinity Series start here a few weeks ago?
Oh God, he's been at it.
I can't even think about how many years it's been.
He's been at it for at least 15 years at this point.
More than that, God Lord. So anyway, man, that's neat. And of course, what's your home track? Is it Montgomery?
It is Montgomery. It's about 30 to 45 minutes from my house.
Okay.
So yeah, you live in Slap Out, don't you?
I do. So it's nice to be able to go right over there and test and shake down the car if we need to.
Right, exactly. So out of sheer curiosity, knowing that you're from the Alabama area here, have you had the pleasure of running South Alabama Speedway?
I have. I actually ran the Baby Rattler there in, I believe, early March.
Okay.
And we had a little bit rough race. Practice went well, but we just made too many adjustments to free the car up, and was too loose in the race, and I think we finished 10th or 12th. But we learned some things, and I'm ready to go back there next year. That place is really fun.
Oh yeah, and regardless of where you finish at, the fact that you got at least near the top 15, top 10, that is still something to speak of.
And we're going to fix you. By the end of this interview, we're going to fix you. You'll see.
Oh, good Lord. Oh, God. Oh, God. That Andy, don't ever say we're going to fix somebody again.
Well, we have. How many folks have we fixed that got wins for?
We haven't fixed. We have aided. We have aided in their speedability. Good Lord, you're gonna be like Kyle Busch cheating up those trucks.
Welcome.
But with
anything
that,
help.
But the
Speedability?
Right.
Speedability.
Exactly.
We not only I can't pronounce words, but we make up words. Yeah, here on Burning Rubber Radio.
Oh, Lord.
Good God.
Yep. And
anyway, Landon, who makes things work for you, man? Tell us about some of your sponsors. How can people find you on social medias? Tell us.
So sponsors are Innovative Roofing Pros, Speedway Picks, Racing Racing Radios. My bad. And then, honestly, my mind just went blank.
You're on Burning Rubber. That's why.
I was gonna say we're blank blinded all the time. So,
but social media wise, Landon DeVaugh on everything. Landon DeVaugh Racing on Facebook. Landon DeVaugh on my YouTube channel, and I won't believe my Instagram is Landon DeVaugh.
Okay.
All right, that work. I know I've already, being that I'm the social media guru here at the Burning Rubber Radio, I've already added you up on Facebook and on TikTok. So that's good, folks.
Which is a scary thought. The scary thought that he calls himself a guru of anything other than food.
What can I say, man? Anyway, so make sure you go out there and follow Landon, folks, and we'll be
absolutely, yeah.
We're going to be reposting a lot of his stuff on our social medias and everything. So, Landon, man, that's we're excited. What's up next for you?
North Wilkesboro All-Star Week.
Oh,
in the Pro Late model.
So I just happen to be up here near the North Wilkesboro area, Landon. We'll talk to you off the air about it. We'll see if we can arrange a time before you get to the track and do something on camera with you for an interview before you head up. How's that sound?
Yeah, that works perfectly fine with me.
All right.
I believe we'll be up there a day or two early.
Hey, there you go.
As far as I know,
best part is I'm like an hour from North Wilkesboro, so we can easily arrange something. And
you won't have a problem seeing Wayne pulling into the parking lot. It's the car that's leaned over to the driver's side real far because of his weight, and the tires are all bulged out and everything. He gets a lot of grip.
I've lost plenty of weight. Thank you very much. But with that said, here, Landon, it is that time, buddy, where we get ready to wrap up, take our next foreign fuel. But the thing that we wanted to get you in on, that we're going to try and aid you with, as far as your speed is concerned, Kenny Wallace started this for us back in 2008 and shouted, "Burning Rubber, baby," at the top of his lungs. And everybody from John Force to Dale Earnhardt Jr. has done this. And even Kyle Larson, if that tells you how elite this club is, okay? Those three famous words. Yeah, Young Money's done it. Those three famous words give you one of three things: 3/10 on the racetrack, a guaranteed race win, or a championship.
Okay, so just burning rubber. Gotta yell it.
Yeah, as loud as you can.
Burning rubber, baby.
All right.
Whenever you're ready, brother.
Burning rubber.
All right.
Yeah, well, at least that's worth 2 tenths right there.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, that is Landon DeVaugh. Landon, hang around. We'll talk to you off the air here, buddy. But with that said here, folks, we're going to step aside. We're going to take that next foreign fuel. And, oh, my God, Andy, I hear the NASCAR Chef's Grill fired up.
Oh, baby, it's time to eat. You know who else is excited about that, don't you?
Good Lord. No, nope. Andy, I'm running away. We'll be right back, folks, after this.
Did you see that? Whoa, we scored? Yeah, we scored. We're going to the playoffs. I can't believe I missed that. Every time I'm buzzed, I spend too much time on my phone. What? I should take your phone away. No. I'll call for a ride. Wait, why does my face look like that? I'm playing with these new face filters. Okay, you know what? Yep, that's mine. I'm gonna need that back. No. Kevin!
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others,
We heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
We can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
It's simple.
help every child we can.
because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
Then there's still work to do.
because their future
Is our future.
and there's still so much they can teach us.
The grill is fired up, and the chef has something good cooking. It's the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more Burning Rubber.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It's producer Wayne, Andrew DeLay, that damn duck.
Yep, it's running around.
Oh my God! And the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and Andy. I swear, if you don't get Quacker out of here, Quacker, I want you to listen.
I think did you just hear? Listen here. Let me nudge him one more time. Hey, Quacker, what did you say to Wayne? He said, "Fuck you."
Well, hey, Quacker, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you don't leave the studio in about 10 seconds, this shall be your fate, sir.
Oh my God! Anyway,
yeah,
we started this off with air wrenches for the folks listening on the radio.
Yeah, right, exactly. So, folks, if you hear a lot of you know exactly what's going on. But
well, guys, y'all got to quit kicking that poor duck under the table. I mean, bless his heart.
Yeah.
And I might have to cook him. But anyways, guys,
he didn't like that.
Hey, you know what? Honestly, I could go for some duck flambe right about now.
Okay.
Yeah, but either which way, NASCAR chef John Dix, you are up for the week, sir. What you
We're going to do some pineapple fritters, man. These are fun. We had to do a retake because we got mooned by Wayne. But anyways, we're going to start with 10 pineapple rings. You can do fresh or canned. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon and nutmeg, 1 egg. You want to beat it up. Sorry, duck. 2 cups of buttermilk, 1 splash of vanilla, and some oil for frying. All right, now on the toppings, you want to add some topping for them. In a bowl, you want to mix 1/2 cup of sugar and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Set that aside. Now, guys, this is very simple because in a bowl, you're going to mix the flour, the egg, the sugar, the cinnamon, the nutmeg, the baking powder, and the salt. And in a frying pan, you want to heat up about 2 to 3 inches of oil. Dip each ring into the batter, coat both sides, and then carefully lower them in the hot oil. Cook on each side for about 2 to 3 minutes until they're golden brown. After frying, you want to lay each ring on a plate covered with paper towels to drain off the oil. And while they're still warm, dip those in the bowl of the topping. All right? Repeat the process, and I'll guarantee you that you'll do these again. This is a fun little recipe. Very few people have ever had fried pineapple, and your kids will love them.
I was going to say, that sounds like a...
The duck likes it.
Oh, my Lord.
He just gave up the egg. He's just glad it wasn't fried duck.
He's very happy about that.
Yeah, because otherwise he'd be
yeah, right.
away. But either which way here, folks, the NASCAR chef John Dix and the fried pineapple frittatas. I almost said potato frittatas.
And folks, if you want to check this out and you listen on the radio, and go to our YouTube page. And once a week on our YouTube our TikTok, I post up the John's recipe, cooking with the NASCAR chef. It's time to eat, baby. So
and we're still in the progress of working on a custom little recipe card, so that when you watch it on TikTok or on the YouTube Shorts, you can screenshot it and it'll be right there for you. So we're still working on that. So do be on the lookout for that. Hopefully within the next month or so.
That'll be cool, guys. And if y'all have any recipes, please
yeah,
recipes. Sorry, the duck was in the way.
Oh, damn duck.
If you have any recipes, please email me at johnbrrtv.net. John at brrtv.net. Well, that duck got me all upset. Sorry,
I was going to say, John, because if we try to do johnbrrtv.net, that's going to try to go to a random domain, and I think the last time I heard about that that was you on the bearskin rug.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah, we don't need that visual anymore.
No, thank you.
And but take a good look at the recipe here one last time for the week, folks. The NASCAR chef John Dix and the fried pineapple fritters, and
a little accentuation there to the end of the fritters, baby.
I didn't know that duck played drums.
Quacker.
Oh God, we have too much fun here with these stupid things.
Yes, we do. Yes, we
juvenile. Do. Yes,
very, very juvenile. But you know what, folks? You either love it or you hate it, and if you hate it, well, this show's not for you.
Yeah, there's always the change the channel button there.
Yeah, exactly. That's the way I'm looking at it. So, but with that said, here, folks, we're going to step aside. We're going to take our final foreign fuel of the show here, and when we come back, again, we're going to have final news of the week, picks coming up for. I do believe it's Kansas this weekend, so
yeah, I think so. Yep,
we'll be talking mile and a half racing and some other stuff, including IndyCar. And I didn't see any Formula One news this week, so I'm happy about that. Good stuff on the horizon here. One last look at the recipe. We'll be right back.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The My Pillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, My Pillow 2.0. When I invented My Pillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. My Pillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature regulating thread. My Pillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of My Pillow.
Now's the time to go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
mypillow.com.
We all make choices. When it comes to alcohol, kids make choices whether to drink or not.
Bye, Dad.
Bye-bye.
Remember, I'm going to Alex's party tonight and sleeping over.
Have fun. Hey, have a seat for a second. Remind me about that party again?
Alex is just
And adults make choices whether to talk about it. That's true of parents and every other trusted adult in a kid's life. Kids want to know our expectations when it comes to alcohol and other drugs. They want guidance and honest answers to their questions. And it makes a difference when the message is consistent and part of everyday conversations. So talk with your kids and help lead them on a positive path. Because when you talk, they hear you. For more information about talking with your kids about underage use of alcohol and other drugs, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others, we heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
We can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
help every child we can.
because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
Then there's still work to do.
Because their future,
Is our future.
and there's still so much they can teach us.
Burning Rubber is social. Follow us on Instagram at Instagram.com/Burning Rubber Radio. Now back to more Burning Rubber.
And we are back. It's Burning Rubber, producer Wayne, NASCAR chef John Dix, Andrew DeLay.
Hey!
And I'm not going to acknowledge the little hiding guest in the room right now because
Folks, I don't know. We had this little cute duck in the backyard walking around here and got into the studio. And what I don't understand is how we don't step in dog crap too, because my dog comes in here a lot, but also duck crap.
Yeah, right, exactly. And we have a good cleaning crew. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, thank you very much, cleaning crew.
Really, no duck shots.
All right,
2
folks.
weeks ago, duck fart shots. Oh yeah, that's
right.
up on our socials too.
Yeah, exactly. But with that said, here we got to get back to some final news of the week here. And first things first, Andy, we were talking about the 4-wide Nats this past weekend here at ZMAX Dragway, and this was actually just released. Matter of fact, it was April 27th actually during qualifying here, where. What was his name? Greg Anderson's pass during the third round of Pro Stock qualifying on ZMAX Dragway was disqualified due to a technical violation, and from what I've understood, it was that ECU component in the engine that was malfunctioning once again, and that's not the first person that's been handed that DQ during any NHRA competition this season. That's happened at least twice now already.
Okay, I didn't know about that, so. That's interesting, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Very, very interesting. And but speaking of the 4-wide nationals, another one we got to talk about too here. Matt Hagan hits a milestone and gets win number 50 at the 4-wide Nat. That damn duck, he's got me burping. Oh Lord,
that's nasty.
Matt Hagan gets win number 50 at the 4-wide nationals this past weekend here. And again, 50 career wins in the NHRA, that says a lot.
Yes, it does.
So great stuff all the way around here. Justin Ashley gets his first 4-wide nationals victory here. And even though Greg Anderson's time was disqualified in the third round of Pro Stock qualifying, now here's a good one for you, Andy. He gets win number 150.
Wow.
So
good for him.
Great stuff there all the way around for him as well. Pro Stock Motorcycles, Gage Herrera got himself the win there. And Pro Stock
that cat win. Gage Herrera is a badass.
Yes, he is. And now, we talk about the differences when it comes to the different classes in the NHRA here. So Herrera posted a 6.68 time with 202.73 miles per hour in his pass. And then you go back and you look at something like Top Fuel here with, like, say, Justin Ashley. So I'm looking at his time exactly. He posted a 3.71 at 328.06 miles per hour. And then speaking of Matt Hagan here, where was his time at? I'm looking at the score charts here, and well, for whatever reason, they didn't post his time. So you know what? Boo on them. Boo on the NHRA. And
Yeah, that's what we say to NHRA on that one.
Yeah, we still love them though. And,
Yeah, we do.
On to the world of MotoGP here, and Francesco Bagnaia is back to his winning ways as he takes home the championship title in the Spanish Grand Prix, and some good stuff there for Francesco Bagnaia.
Oh yeah,
MotoGP. And now this was another interesting article too, and we're going to fast forward over to the IndyCar series now real quick before we get to picks for Kansas for the week here, because God knows there was a lot of stuff that happened this past weekend at Barber Motorsports Park, and the first of which is that David Malukas, the quote-unquote ride of a lifetime, has turned into an unrealized dream as on Monday morning, and that being April 29th for folks listening to the show later on in the week, so earlier this week on Monday, the 22-year-old NTT IndyCar Series driver from Chicago has been released from his contract with Arrow McLaren SP, so... He is no longer going to be doing anything with.
Now, what about this? John's talking about someone heaved a mannequin on.
Yeah,
the track.
John, I'm kind of curious about that. What was the deal there?
Well, guys, at the Children's of Alabama Indy Grand Prix at Barber's, during the race, they have a crossover walk, and somebody dropped a full person, like a full-size lady mannequin, on the racetrack during the race. So if you go on the NTT IndyCar series on Facebook, you can see a video of that. And I tell you what, it's just crazy what people do. So I guess
during the race?
During the race, while the cars were racing.
So the guys coming around the corner right there going under that overpass were like, what? Thinking someone jumped off the...
Right, exactly.
They saw a skirt in the air.
Be like, oh!
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And,
look, God, that was...
that was an intentional. That was an intentional side box for folks wondering.
Yeah, look at the video. You'll see what I'm talking about, guys.
Oh, some interesting stuff there as far as that's concerned. But speaking of winners this past weekend at Barber Motorsports Park, Scott McLaughlin sends a message and goes back to back with his win this past weekend at Barber's.
Yep.
Now, wait a second. I heard something about somebody got disqualified from the St. Pete Grand Prix.
Yeah,
whoever won that.
That was Joseph Newgarden that got DQ'd from that for using his push to pass on the restart. So the P2P system, based on the way the rules are written in the IndyCar series, and I've done some digging into that too. So the rules, the way they're written, it does not explicitly forbid utilizing the P2P system on restarts. However, it leaves it up to the discretion of IndyCar series officials as to, on a race-per-race basis, if it can or cannot be used. And during the St. Pete GP, it was never actually brought to attention that the P2P system was not allowed to be used on a restart. Therefore, Joseph Newgarden never thought he broke a rule until he gets the win.
Man, that's almost as bad as the NASCAR ruling there.
Yeah.
You took the words right out of my mouth, Andy. I was getting ready to say they're acting like NASCAR. They're changing the rules per week. But, it is what it is. So.
Exactly. And but with that said here, that's going to wrap up news of the week, and we have got to get ourselves over to picks for Kansas Speedway. Another 1.5 mile monster here this weekend coming up out near Wichita, Kansas, out in the Midwest. And Kansas, don't hate me. I'm a Southern boy through and through, so if I talk a little country, don't worry. And
okay.
No, I just know that people are going to be like, what's he doing making fun of our accent?
Hey, that sounded like that guy from, what's his name? Hank, what's his thing from?
Oh, you talking about Hank Hill?
Yeah, you should just did a good Hank Hill.
Oh, yeah, I'll tell you what.
Anyway, pick of the week.
Yeah, we got to get the picks here. Andrew, you have pick number 1, sir.
All right, you ready? The world's going to get shaken up because Bubba Wallace is going to get his first W this weekend. Well, first W of the year.
You mean W as in wall?
Nope, I'm staying with Bubbles.
Oh God, Andy picking Bubba. That is weird to me. Okay, John Dix, you're next.
I think the Logano boy is going to do good this weekend. He's going to come out of his slump.
Okay, all right. So sliced bread for the NASCAR chef John Dix, and then I don't know. Kansas is a toss-up every single year. I would probably say, knowing that we're heading into All-Star Weekend here in a couple of weeks, and he didn't fare so well this past weekend at Dover. I'm gonna say Willie B.
No, that's not a bad pick. Will you be strong? I will say one thing for Bobby Dale Earnhardt, our very own Earnhardt on our crew here. That is his favorite track to drive. I know Bobby Dale said that a few times to me. So.
Oh, yeah. And by the way, folks, some good news starting next week on Burning Rubber Radio and, of course, Burning Rubber TV, all that other fun stuff. We are going to be sitting down for the first edition of the Motorsports Enthusiast with John DeRudris.
Yes, the Motorsports Enthusiast kicks off next week. Looking forward to that.
Yep, we're going to be kicking off with him next week. I've got to go through and get some final testing done with him this week on the show before it goes out to radio and TV. And yeah, you guys are gonna enjoy the Motorsports Enthusiast. He's a great guy.
Yep, looking forward to that.
Oh yeah. But with that said, here, folks, it is already that time. Andrew, can you believe it? Another hour is already gone.
The fastest 60 minutes in motorsports, baby.
Yes, sir. And with that said here, folks, man, we have got to get out of here for another week of the show of shows. For any delay, the NASCAR chef John Dix, for our guest this week, Landon DeVaugh. I am producer Wayne. We love you guys. And until next week, burning rubber, baby.
Burning rubber, baby.
Burning rubber, baby.
Burning Rubber Radio is a production of White Lightning Entertainment with studios in Statesville, North Carolina, and was brought to you by Drive Refine. It's more than driver coaching, it's Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com to get signed up today. This week's show was produced by Wayne Owens. Remember to visit burningrubberradio.com for news, recipes, and more great content. Burning Rubber Radio can be seen on Rumble, YouTube, or wingding.tv and heard on radio stations nationwide. Any use of the accounts or descriptions contained in this broadcast must be the express written permission of White Lightning Entertainment.